Archangel Michael comes to you now with the gravity of heaven itself pressing on his voice. The urgency is undeniable. He says, "It's an emergency." These are not mere words, they are a divine trumpet sounding a warning. A warning so intense it pierces the veil between worlds and shakes the foundations of your very soul. There is a big tragedy coming your way, one that could shake the very core of your existence if you delay any longer. Time is slipping away, faster than you realize. This message, this lifeline from the divine, will vanish in 35 seconds. 35 seconds to change the course of your life forever. 35 seconds to choose to open your eyes and heart before tears flood your spirit in desperate sorrow. Do not delay. Do not hesitate. The hour has struck. The moment is now. You might wonder why such urgency surrounds you today. Why this message, why this warning? Because, beloved, you are at a crossroads. You are standing on the edge of a precipice, and your next step determines not only your fate but the spiritual atmosphere around you. God has seen your struggles, your battles, your silent cries in the night. He has seen the woman, the one who has cast shadows over your path, who has whispered lies into ears that should have only spoken truth. That woman's time is over. Finally, God is exposing this woman, and it is no coincidence that you are reading this message right now, in this moment of divine intersection. You must understand, this exposure is not to bring ruin for ruin's sake. It is to cleanse, to purify, to restore balance. For too long, darkness has crept in disguised as light. For too long, deception has walked hand in hand with those closest to you. For too long, you have carried the weight of their hidden agendas, the burden of their false promises. But God is no longer willing to allow these chains to bind you. He is lifting the veil so you can see clearly who stands with you and who stands against you. The tragedy that looms is tied to this revelation. It is not simply a moment of personal heartbreak or loss, it is a spiritual reckoning. The woman who has hidden her true nature, who has worn the mask of friendship but lived in betrayal, is at the center of this storm. Her actions have set in motion consequences far beyond your imagination. But God, in His mercy, is giving you a chance to prepare. To protect yourself. To claim your victory before the tempest strikes. Listen carefully. This is a divine call to action. The moments before disaster are precious. Those who ignore these signs often find themselves drowning in regret. But you have been given this message as a lifeline. Do not let it slip through your fingers like sand. Open it now. Open your heart. Open your eyes to the truth that will set you free. Because once the message disappears, once the clock runs out, you may not get another chance. Remember, God does not delight in sorrow. He does not wish for His children to suffer. But He is a just God, and justice demands that the hidden be revealed, that the innocent be protected, that the wicked be exposed. This woman has operated in shadows, but no shadow can hide from the light of God. The truth will rise like the dawn, unstoppable and pure. You may be feeling fear, confusion, even anger. These are natural reactions. But do not allow them to paralyze you. Instead, let them ignite your spirit. Let them fuel your faith. The battle you face is not just against a person, it is against the spiritual forces that have sought to entangle you in lies and pain. But greater is He who is in you than he who is in the world. Archangel Michael stands beside you, sword drawn, ready to cut through the darkness and defend your destiny. Take a deep breath and hear the words of God, spoken directly to your heart. I see you. I hear you. I am with you. Do not fear the darkness, for I am your light. Do not fear the storm, for I am your shelter. This woman who has tried to break you will fall, for her foundation is built on deceit. Stand firm, for I have called you for such a time as this. Your tears will not be wasted. Your pain will birth purpose. Your faith will move mountains. This message is more than a warning, it is a promise. A promise of deliverance, of justice, of restoration. But the promise requires your response. You must choose to believe, to act, to embrace the protection and power that God offers you. The tragedy can still be averted or softened by your faith and obedience. Do not wait for signs that may never come. Do not listen to the voice that tells you to ignore this call. The countdown is real. You have 35 seconds. What will you do with them? Will you let fear keep you silent, or will you rise in faith and claim your victory? Archangel Michael is weeping because he loves you so fiercely. He has fought battles on your behalf, battles you cannot see. He has stood guard over your life through nights filled with uncertainty. But even he cannot fight your battles if you do not stand with him. This is your moment to step into your power. To say yes to the divine plan for your life. The woman who has tried to destroy you will not win. Her lies will be exposed. Her mask will fall. But you must open this message, receive this truth, and prepare your spirit. Do not allow the coming tragedy to break you. Instead, let it strengthen you. Let it refine you. Let it be the fire that forges your destiny. You were born for more than survival. You were born for victory. You were born to shine in the darkest night. The light within you is stronger than any shadow she has cast. Believe this with every fiber of your being. Hold on to this truth as the winds of change roar around you. This is not the time to hide. This is the time to rise. To walk boldly in the path God has set before you. to claim the blessings that have been waiting for you, to receive the healing that your soul so desperately needs, to embrace the destiny that no enemy can steal. Finally, God is exposing this woman, not to shame you, but to set you free, to remove the chains that have held you back, to open the doors that were locked against you, to usher in a new season of joy, peace, and abundance. Open this message now, before it vanishes. Open your heart to the truth. Open your spirit to the power of God working in your life. Open yourself to the miracle that is already on its way. The countdown is real. The choice is yours. Don't let this moment pass you by. You are loved beyond measure. You are protected beyond understanding. You are destined for greatness beyond your wildest dreams. Trust in God's timing. Trust in His plan. Trust in the power of Archangel Michael, who stands ready to fight for you. This is your emergency call from heaven. This is your invitation to rise. This is your moment of divine breakthrough. Answer the call before it's too late. The clock is ticking. The message will disappear, but the impact of your choice will last forever. Open now. Believe now. Receive now. Your miracle awaits. You are not reading this by accident. This moment is not random. This message is not ordinary. Archangel Michael himself has come to warn you, to shake your spirit awake, because a storm unlike any you've faced is approaching your doorstep. The voice of heaven is calling, crying out, because there is an emergency you must not ignore. You have been warned. You have been given time. But now, the clock is ticking faster. The seconds slip like sand through your fingers. You have 35 seconds before this message vanishes from your life, before the window closes, before the tragedy that has been silently building crashes down. Don't delay. Do not hesitate. Open this message with your whole heart, or you will cry desperately, and it may be too late to stop the flood. Why would Archangel Michael, mighty warrior of God, commander of heaven's armies, send a message like this? Because he sees something in your future that shakes the foundations of your soul. He has fought battles in the spirit realm on your behalf, but there are things he cannot stop without your action. The emergency is not just a warning. It is a summons to prepare, to stand firm, to rise with the courage that God has planted deep within you. You may have felt the tremors already, the restless nights, the sudden chills, the heaviness in your chest, the unexplainable anxiety. These are not just coincidences. These are the stirrings of the spirit realm alerting you. You have been given signs, but the question is, did you listen? Did you act? Now the message is clear and urgent. Do not delay anymore. Whatever has been holding you back, fear, doubt, shame, pride, must be cast aside. The time is now. Archangel Michael's sword is unsheathed. His wings spread wide in a protective shield over your destiny. But even his mighty power cannot force your hand. You must open your eyes. You must open your heart. You must open this message. Because what lies ahead is a tragedy so big, so life-altering, that only divine intervention can save you from drowning in the storm. And the truth is, some will cry desperately because they chose to close their eyes. You were chosen to be a light in dark times. You were called to be a warrior in the unseen battles. But calling without preparation leads to brokenness. And God does not desire brokenness for His children. He desires restoration, peace, and triumph. But the tragedy that approaches threatens to steal those things from you unless you prepare. Unless you awaken. Unless you take this warning seriously. Don't think this message is just another spiritual quote or generic encouragement. It is a direct line from the throne of God through His Archangel. It is a call to arms for your soul. God's heart breaks at what is coming. But He is also a God of mercy and grace, offering you a lifeline. If you open this message, if you respond in faith, if you seek Him earnestly, then the tragedy will be turned. Then the floodwaters will recede. Then the darkness will be pushed back. But this requires you to act fast. There is no time to procrastinate or dismiss this as fear-mongering. This message will vanish in 35 seconds. 35 seconds for you to decide whether you will listen or be left behind. 35 seconds for you to open your heart to divine protection. 35 seconds to make the choice that will change everything. You are not alone in this. Heaven stands behind you, ready to shield you, ready to lead you through the valley of shadows. But you must step into the light. You must surrender your worries, your plans, your control. Because the emergency is real. The tragedy is near. And only by trusting God fully can you escape the destruction that many others will face. This is the hour of awakening. This is the moment of reckoning. This is the final call before the storm breaks. Listen carefully to what Archangel Michael is saying. Do not delay. Do not ignore. Do not look away. You are loved beyond measure. You are valued beyond understanding. But love requires obedience. Protection requires cooperation. Blessings require readiness. The tragedy is not to punish you, but to awaken you. To break the chains of complacency. To open your eyes to the spiritual realities that you cannot afford to ignore. It may seem overwhelming, but the greatest victories come from the darkest battles. Your story is about to change, but it depends on your willingness to hear this message now. If you feel tears rising, if your heart is pounding, if your spirit is trembling, that is the voice of God reaching your innermost being. It is the touch of Archangel Michael's hand urging you to rise. This is not the time to push the message aside. This is the time to say yes to the call, yes to the protection, yes to the breakthrough. In 35 seconds, this message will vanish. But the impact of ignoring it will last a lifetime. Don't be one who cries desperately when the tragedy arrives. Be one who stands victorious, who walks in peace, who shines in the darkest night. Open this message quickly. Open it with faith. Open it with a heart ready to receive. Because the emergency is here. The time is now. And only those who hear and act will be saved. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. God is with you. Archangel Michael is fighting for you. But the choice is yours. Will you open your eyes before the storm hits? Or will you be blinded by delay? The countdown has started. The seconds are slipping. 35. 34. 33. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Open this message now. Your life depends on it. Archangel Michael is sending you this urgent message straight from the heavens because time is running out. It's not a threat, it is a warning born of love and divine protection. A big tragedy is coming your way, and you cannot afford to delay any longer. You need to hear this now, before the door closes and the moment passes. This message will vanish in 35 seconds. Yes, you read that correctly. 35 seconds to open it, to receive it, and to prepare your heart and spirit for what is ahead. If you ignore this message, if you hesitate, you will cry desperately because you were given the chance to change the course of what's coming. You might be wondering, why me? Why now? But the answer is simple. God sees you. God knows your struggles, your pain, your silent tears that no one else notices. The divine never turns away from those who call for help, especially when they are standing at the edge of a great trial. Archangel Michael, the warrior of God, is standing beside you, ready to fight on your behalf, but he cannot do it without your cooperation. This is why he is pleading with you, don't delay anymore. The time for hesitation is over. You have been walking through a storm you did not create. You have been battling forces unseen to most people. You have felt the heaviness of fear, the weight of uncertainty pressing down on your shoulders. Yet, despite all this, you have stayed strong. But this moment requires more than strength, it demands faith and immediate action. The enemy would love nothing more than to see you falter now, to watch you miss this divine warning. That is why this message is urgent and why it will disappear soon. It is a sacred window, a divine opportunity given just for you, but it will not remain open forever. Archangel Michael is one of the mightiest angels. He is the protector of God's people, the commander of heavenly armies. When he sounds the alarm, it is not to scare you but to awaken you, to prepare you, to give you the chance to turn and face the coming storm with courage and divine backing. You may not understand fully what is coming, but you must trust the one who sent this message through him. God says, "I see the burden you carry. I know the enemy has planned a great tragedy to shake your faith, to break your spirit, and to make you question your path. But I will not let the enemy succeed. This is a battle for your soul, your family, your future. It is more than physical, it is spiritual warfare on a level that demands your awareness and your submission to divine guidance. You cannot face this alone. The only way to survive this coming trial is by trusting in God's power, by standing firmly in the armor of faith that Archangel Michael brings to you. You must let go of fear, of doubt, and of hesitation. You must open your heart to this message fully and act according to the divine instructions that are coming. In the next moments, you may feel overwhelmed. You may want to ignore this, push it aside, tell yourself it's just another message. But that is the trap. That is the enemy's tactic, to dull your senses and to lull you into complacency. You must resist. You must open this message with urgency. Let the words penetrate your soul like a sword of truth. Let the light of God's promise dispel the darkness trying to surround you. You are not alone. Archangel Michael is standing with you, ready to fight the unseen battle. But he cannot enter where he is not invited. This message is your invitation. Take a deep breath. Clear your mind of distractions. Focus on the urgency of this moment. God is calling you to prepare your heart, to prepare your spirit, to prepare your life for what is about to unfold. There may be losses, there may be pain, but there will also be restoration. There will be divine protection for those who obey. There will be a new dawn for those who listen. But time is running out. 35 seconds to open this message and say yes to divine protection. 35 seconds to turn away from fear and step into faith. 35 seconds to let Archangel Michael lead you through the coming darkness into light. You have a choice. You can choose to ignore this and face the tragedy unprepared, or you can choose to open your heart, receive the heavenly instructions, and walk forward shielded by God's power. This moment is holy. This moment is critical. This moment is your divine crossroad. Don't let fear silence you. Don't let doubt stop you. Open this now. Receive the words that will protect your soul. You will cry if you do not listen because the tragedy will feel unbearable without divine peace. But if you open your heart, you will cry tears of release, tears of healing, tears of newfound strength. God is with you. The angels are with you. Archangel Michael is with you. But this invitation will not wait. 35 seconds is all you have to respond. Your future depends on it. Your family's future depends on it. Your faith depends on it. You were never promised an easy path, but you were promised divine companionship. This is the moment to claim it. Remember, the enemy's greatest weapon is distraction. The enemy's greatest weapon is time. If you delay, you give darkness space to grow. If you hesitate, you give fear power to paralyze you. But if you act now, with faith and obedience, you give God glory and open the door for miracles. The tragedy may come, but you will come through it victorious because you listen to the divine warning. The clock is ticking. 30 seconds. 25 seconds. The light of this message is fading. But your faith does not have to fade. Rise now. Open the door of your heart. Let Archangel Michael's sword of truth cut through every lie and every fear. Let the angels surround you with protection. Let God's love fill every corner of your soul. This is your moment. Your call. Your salvation. You may not see it yet, but beyond the tragedy is a new beginning. Beyond the pain is purpose. Beyond the tears is triumph. God is already preparing a way where there seems to be no way. And Archangel Michael is your guide. Trust in him. Trust in God. Trust in the promise that no matter what happens, you will not be alone. This message will vanish in 10 seconds now. This is your final chance. Will you open it? Will you listen? Will you prepare? The choice is yours. Don't let this moment slip away. God loves you. Archangel Michael protects you. Your destiny is waiting. Open now. Archangel Michael says, "It's an emergency." The weight of these words presses upon your heart like a thunderstorm on the horizon. A big tragedy is coming your way, but this is not just a warning, it is a call to urgent action. The time to hesitate has passed. Do not delay anymore. Your soul is trembling right now because deep inside you know the gravity of what is about to unfold. This message will vanish in 35 seconds. Yes, only 35 seconds. It is as if the heavens are handing you the last lifeline just before the storm breaks. Open this quickly, because if you do not, the tears will come, the cries will shake your being, and the desperate sorrow will consume you. But if you open it now, if you listen, if you trust, you will be shielded. You will be protected. The tragedy that is coming is real, but it is not the end. It is a turning point, a test of your faith and your trust. God will be with you through it all. Rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you in the way you fear. You are safe, even when the winds howl and the waves crash. You just have to trust God and pray to Him. Trust is the key that unlocks the door to divine protection. Prayer is the lifeline that connects you to heaven's power. This is no ordinary message. It is urgent because your spirit is in danger of being overwhelmed by fear and despair. You might already feel the shadows creeping closer, the weight pressing down on your chest. But God is calling you to rise above the darkness. You are not abandoned. The Creator of the universe is watching over you with eyes full of compassion and love. Archangel Michael stands at your side, sword drawn, wings wide, ready to fight every battle on your behalf. The tragedy is not here yet, but it is approaching fast. It is like a storm gathering in the distance, growing louder and fiercer by the minute. You might feel powerless, like a leaf in the wind. But you are not powerless. You have been given the most powerful weapon, faith. Faith is the shield that can block the arrows of doubt, fear, and despair. When you pray, you call upon the armies of heaven to fight for you. You call upon the Almighty to intervene in ways that only He can. Do not let fear freeze you. Fear is the enemy's tool to paralyze you, to make you miss the blessings hidden in the storm. God's message to you today is this: the storm is coming, yes, but it will not destroy you. It will not take away what God has set aside for you. It will refine you, purify you, and prepare you for the greatest season of your life. Sometimes, the tragedy is the opening for your miracle. Archangel Michael says, "Listen to the sound of his voice like a trumpet blast shaking the heavens." You are on the brink of a breakthrough so powerful that it will astonish those who doubted you. The tragedy is the doorway. Do not close your heart in fear. Instead, open it wide to God's promises. Hold on to the truth that no weapon formed against you will prosper. That every trial you face is a stepping stone to glory. Right now, take a deep breath. Feel the presence of the divine around you. You are surrounded by angels whose job is to guard your path. They fight battles you cannot see. They stand between you and harm. Archangel Michael is the captain of this heavenly army, and he fights with a power that shatters darkness. The enemy may try to whisper lies to you, but the truth is that you are covered by the blood of Jesus. You have the authority to declare victory. Remember that God's timing is perfect. What feels like an unbearable trial now is part of a bigger plan that only He can see. Your pain is not wasted. Your tears are not ignored. They are seeds that will grow into a harvest of joy. God is with you in every moment. When you pray, you invite His peace to guard your heart and mind. When you trust, you activate His promises. Do not look at what you see with natural eyes alone. Look with spiritual eyes. The tragedy is real in the natural, but in the spirit, it is already defeated. Jesus said, In the world, you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. This is your victory song. Let it echo in your soul when the enemy tries to steal your peace. Archangel Michael warns that the next moments are crucial. You have 35 seconds, an urgent window to surrender every fear, every worry, every anxiety to God. Speak to Him honestly. Tell Him your heart. Ask for His strength, His protection, His guidance. Prayer is your refuge, your fortress, your place of power. It is where the impossible becomes possible. Do not delay, because delay can cause doors to close. Doors that God is trying to open wide for you. Doors that lead to your breakthrough, your healing, your restoration. The enemy wants you to doubt and delay. But the Spirit of the Lord is calling you to immediate action. Open this message as a symbol of opening your heart fully to God. Say yes to His plans, yes to His love, yes to His divine purpose. You may feel alone, but you are not. God's presence surrounds you like a protective shield. Angels whisper peace to your spirit. Archangel Michael's sword is not just a weapon, it is a symbol of justice and deliverance. He cuts through the darkness that threatens to consume you. He is your defender. He is your advocate in the heavenly courts. God says He is your refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. When the tragedy strikes, remember these words. Call on God's name and watch mountains move on your behalf. You do not have to understand the why of the tragedy right now. Trust that God's plans for you are good, to give you a future and a hope. This message is more than words, it is a lifeline thrown to your drowning soul. Grab hold with both hands. Do not let go. Anchor yourself in prayer. Let your faith rise up like a mighty flame that cannot be extinguished. Let the love of God fill every empty place inside you. There will be moments when the tragedy feels overwhelming, when the tears will flow freely and the heart will ache deeply. Let the tears fall. Let the sorrow wash over you. But do not let it define you. God's love is greater than any pain you face. His mercy is new every morning. His grace is enough. Archangel Michael says that the battle is already won. The war has been decided at the cross. The victory belongs to you because Jesus conquered death, hell, and the grave. You are a conqueror through Him who loves you. Stand firm in this truth. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. The tragedy that approaches is only a chapter, not the whole story. Your story is written by the hand of God Himself, and it ends in victory, restoration, and joy. The tears of tonight will become the laughter of tomorrow. The pain of the present will transform into the beauty of a new dawn. Do not walk into this trial unprepared. Prepare your heart with faith. Prepare your mind with the Word of God. Prepare your spirit with praise and worship. Let the name of Jesus be a strong tower to which you run. Call on Him in your time of need. God says He will never leave you nor forsake you. He is your shield and your defender. He will cover you with His feathers. Under His wings, you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. No weapon formed against you will prosper. Archangel Michael urges you to remove every doubt, every fear, every anxiety. Cast them upon the Lord, because He cares for you deeply. When you feel weak, lean on His strength. When you feel lost, listen for His voice. When you feel overwhelmed, remember His promises. The next 35 seconds are your divine appointment. Do not let them pass without responding. This message is fleeting, but the impact of your response will last a lifetime. The tragedy may come, but you will not be broken. You will be refined, strengthened, and made more glorious than ever before. You have a choice: fear or faith, doubt or trust, despair or hope. God calls you to choose faith. Choose to trust Him even when the path is unclear. Choose to believe that He is working all things for your good. Archangel Michael reminds you that you are not walking this path alone. Angels are assigned to protect and guide you. God's presence is your constant companion. The enemy may roar like a lion, but you have the Lion of Judah within you. This is a season of awakening. The tragedy will open your eyes to new realities. It will deepen your relationship with God. It will prepare you to step into the destiny He has prepared for you. Do not shrink back. Step forward with courage and confidence. Prayer is your weapon and your shield. Pray without ceasing. Pray with your whole heart. Pray even when you feel your faith faltering. God hears every word. He answers every prayer. He moves mountains on your behalf. Remember the story of David and Goliath. The giant may seem insurmountable, but with God on your side, victory is assured. Archangel Michael is your warrior, your protector, your champion. He fights the battles you cannot see. He makes a way where there seems to be no way. This is your moment to rise up in faith. To declare that no tragedy, no matter how big, will have the final word. To proclaim that God is bigger than your fears. That His power is made perfect in your weakness. God says He will pour out His peace that surpasses all understanding. Let that peace guard your heart and mind. Let it be a fortress against the storm. Let it be your resting place. You were created for more than survival. You were created for victory. For abundant life. For purpose. For joy. Do not settle for less. Do not be moved by the winds of circumstance. Stand firm in the promises of God. The tragedy is only a chapter. Your testimony will be greater. Your song will rise from the ashes. Your joy will come in the morning. Archangel Michael says, now is the time to prepare your heart. Open your spirit. Receive God's protection. Stand in faith. The battle is real, but so is the victory. Do not wait another second. Open your heart to God's power. Pray with urgency. Trust with all your heart. God is with you. You are safe. This message will vanish in 35 seconds. But God's love will remain forever. Your breakthrough is near. Your miracle is on its way. Open now. Believe now. Pray now. You will not cry desperately because you have opened your heart to God's protection. You will not be overwhelmed because you have called on the name of the Lord. God says He is your refuge, your fortress, your deliverer. Archangel Michael stands guard over you, ready to fight for you. The tragedy will come, but it will not have the final say. You are covered by the blood of Jesus. You are surrounded by angels. You are held in the hands of God. Do not delay anymore. Open this message. Receive this word. Walk forward in faith. Your victory is already won. Archangel Michael says, it's an emergency. Hear these words now, because they are not ordinary. The weight of what I am about to say is heavy, and time is slipping away. A big tragedy is coming your way, and it is closer than you think. This message will vanish in just 35 seconds. If you delay, if you hesitate even a moment longer, you will cry desperately over what could have been prevented. The time for ignoring this call has ended. Now is the moment to open your heart, open your eyes, and open this message fully. Heaven is sounding the alarm. This is not fear, this is love. This is protection. This is the divine intervention coming directly from the throne of God. You are not alone, even though you may feel like the darkness is closing in. Archangel Michael stands beside you, sword drawn, wings wide, a shield of pure light surrounding you and your loved ones. The forces of destruction are trying to move against you, but Michael is here to stop them. He is commanding every evil plan to be exposed and stopped. But you must listen. You must act. This is your moment of salvation. Your moment of choosing. Heaven is opening doors of protection, but only if you trust God and pray to Him with all your heart. God will be with you. Rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe under His wings. You have to understand this deeply, for sometimes the enemy tries to whisper lies into your ear, telling you otherwise. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are wrapped in divine safety that no human eye can see but the Spirit can feel. Your life is precious to God. The plans He has for you are for peace and a future filled with hope, even in the midst of this coming storm. Do not ignore this message. Do not think it is just another alarm that will pass. This is a divine warning. Archangel Michael has flown across realms to speak directly to you. The tragedy coming is real, but it does not have to destroy you. The tragedy is a test of faith, a test of trust, and a moment where your relationship with God will be made stronger than ever. When the world shakes, you will stand firm, because your foundation is built on the rock, on the eternal and unshakable God of heaven. This big tragedy that is approaching might look overwhelming. It might feel like everything is falling apart. But God is bigger than every crisis. He is more powerful than every problem. He sees the end from the beginning, and He is already working to bring you out victorious. Your prayers, even the ones whispered in the quiet, are reaching His throne. The tears you have cried are not unnoticed. The battles you fight in silence are not unseen. God is fighting for you. And Archangel Michael is your warrior. He is the protector of the faithful. He is the defender of those who call on the name of the Lord. In this emergency, do not panic. Panic is the enemy's tool. Instead, breathe deeply and pray. Prayer is your strongest weapon. It calls down angels. It breaks chains. It opens doors that no man can close. When you pray, you align yourself with divine power that no force on earth can resist. God's promises will shield you.